Hi everyone, Beth Sager with another Lex Local, and today I'm here with Jeff Kittredge.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to see you.
So, are you leader of the pack? Is that your official title?
My official title is the Cub Master of Pack 137 here in Lexington.
Cub Master.
Cub
I
Master
like
is
that.
the official.
All right. And so, were you a Cub Scout when you were younger?
I did a little bit of Cub Scout, but I'm more involved now. So
Okay.
I'm doing more now than I did when I was younger. I had just a taste when I was younger.
Okay. And why? What's your motivation here?
My kids were really interested. Actually, my son had pizza with other kids at the pool who were in Cub Scouts, and then they just started talking, and here I am. Let's see here, 2 years later, almost exactly 2 years later. Yeah. So it's been great.
What do you do for fun in the Cub Scouts?
What do we do for fun? So we have pack meetings. So we do like bike rides. We do a hike. We do try to stay outdoors a lot, and then some community service around the holiday time as well. So we pack care packages for troops. We've made cards for maybe the elderly, and then we also do some sort of scouting really centric events like the Pinewood Derby, which is it's a racing of a little cheap $5 car that you build yourself. You paint yourself. You get to cut it. We have a cutting party where everybody comes to the same house and cuts out their shape. So it's a pretty good time. Yeah.
Wow. So, how old are the kids when you're a Cub Scout?
So Cub Scouts are from kindergarten through fifth grade.
Okay.
So
and then you go to Boy Scouts?
Then you transfer. It's what's called crossing over. There's a crossover from Cub Scouts to Boy Scouts at a dinner in March called the Blue and Gold Dinner. It really celebrates what's called the Arrow of Light, which are the fifth graders moving on to the Cub Scouts.
And do you guys have like badges?
We do have badges.
Like you get badges
yes,
for doing things?
You get rank badges. So I don't have any on my uniform because I'm the Cub Master, but there's it starts with Lion, and then you graduate to Tiger, and then you graduate to Wolf, then you graduate Bear, then you graduate to Weeblo, and then Arrow of Light. So there's six. So okay. K through 5.
I see.
Every year, and there's a ceremony, and we do a camp out. I forgot to mention that. We do camp outs, and we do them really local in Willards Woods, and they're really camp out cookouts. Some families don't want to camp out the first time they come, and so they just want to drive down the street and come for a cookout, and that's totally fine. A lot of people do that. I would say it's probably about twice as many total people come to the cookout. About half of that group stays over. And it depends. If it's a nice night, you get more people staying over. If it's not so nice, then you get less.
My dogs love that.
Your dogs
love the hot dogs.
All right.
From
that we throw around in the woods, right?
Yeah, that they can smell you guys cooking them.
Yeah.
They think that's great fun.
Yeah.
So you meet once a week, once a month?
So the pack meets once a month. Okay. There's a pack meeting, but it's often not actually a meeting. So it can be a hike, it could be the Pinewood Derby. It's not like sit in a room like a meeting. We have maybe one or two of those a year, but most of them are actually dens. And then the dens meet between 1 and 2 times a month. Okay. Some dens meet once a month, some dens meet twice a month. I sort of think that if like you have a drumbeat of a little more, like 1 or 2 a month total events, then that's you're gonna progress just fine.
Yeah. What are dens?
So dens are the subunits. So the pack is all six groups, and each den is one of the 6 subunits. Like so the lions and the tigers, the wolf. Yeah, they're all the same age, so they're similar abilities. Maybe they go to school together, so they know each other, or they do other activities. They end up knowing each other. Kindergartners know each other more than kindergarten and 5th grade. Right. So that's why there's some affinity within the den.
So what was the most fun thing you guys did last year? For you?
Most fun thing? Me as Cub Master. Well, that's hard to answer. So we go to a Cub Scout. Some of the folks go to a Cub Scout camp in Manchester, New Hampshire.
Okay.
Called Camp Carpenter. It's 5 days. You go with your kids. That was a great time. I had a great time at that. My kids loved it, but the problem is now they sort of mandate that they go back next year, so now we have to plan our whole summer around that. I'm trying to think. We had a great time at the Pinewood Derby. We had this crazy thing where 2 scouts tied for first place to 1/1000th of a second. So our timer is actually like there's an optical system for timing, and they tied to 1,067. So that was exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they had a good
So
time.
what else should I know? What do people need to know about the Cub Scouts?
So they can sign up. It's just Pack 137 Lexington. Okay. You can just type it into Google, or you could do pack137.org. It's the same. And it basically mostly runs from September through really late May.
Okay.
The summer there are events. I would say there are less attendance. So Pack 137 Lexington is sort of informally split into two Cub Scout groups. And Pack 137 does 3 elementary schools, which are Hastings, Estabrook, and one other, which I am now forgetting. I mean, it's essentially like sort of the western side of town.
So you kind of split town.
We sort of split the town in two. So more typically those folks, but it's not actually a hard rule. We have people from all over Lexington. There's people from other towns. It's not a rigid thing. So yeah, so
and plenty of volunteer opportunities for parents.
For parents, there's a lot of volunteer opportunities. Everybody's supposed to help with one event, and it is parent run. There's no actual people doing this, right? There's no full-time people. Everybody has jobs or whatever they do full-time. But it's really fun, and you can kind of figure it out as you go along. It's easier than running like a soccer game, right? Okay. You don't have to decide, like, it doesn't have to start on time. There's no rules. So, if you're a parent and you're just trying to figure it out, and there's a manual, you can kind of read that and kind of just figure it out. So yeah, it's really fun.
It's fun. All right, good. Well, it's fun. Thank you.
Well, thanks for taking the time, Beth.
Yeah.
Yep, thank you.